Good day, here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. We begin at the nation's top office. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. says his administration intends to foster new partnerships with Hungary to bolster economic ties between the two countries. The president met with Hungarian Foreign and Trade Minister Peter Szijjártó during a courtesy call in Malacanang on Thursday. Marcos says he hopes to forge a new relationship with Hungary, highlighting the 50th anniversary of the formal ties between the two nations. Diplomatic relations between the Philippines and Hungary were officially established on September 28, 1973. Szijjártó's visit marks his third to the Philippines, having previously met with Filipino leaders in 2017 and 2020. He thanked Marcos for the warm reception. Hungary has generally supported the Philippines in European Union and United Nations discussions on human rights and alleged extrajudicial killings, adhering to its policy of non-interference in the domestic affairs of other countries. Meanwhile, the Department of Migrant Workers is set to establish a new office in Hungary. This was confirmed by Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo following a productive 8th Philippines-Hungary political consultations in Makati City. Manalo says the establishment of a migrant workers office would help further improve the condition of Filipino workers in Hungary. Hungary is home to around 16,000 Filipino workers. Likewise, Szijjártó and Manalo also discussed possible avenues to enhance bilateral trade and investments. Szijjártó says Hungarian companies are set to undertake water management investments in the country to improve access to potable water and would collaborate with the Philippines to help prepare for the introduction of its nuclear industry. Hungary would also continue offering scholarships to Filipino students under its Stipendium Hungaricum program. In other news, the Department of Foreign Affairs on Friday condemned the attack by armed rebels on a vessel in the Red Sea that has Filipino seafarers on it. The DFA confirmed the attack but did not state how many Filipinos were on board the cargo ship MV Tutor. It says the Philippine government remains steadfast in ensuring the safety and welfare of all Filipino seafarers worldwide. It adds Manila will take all necessary measures to secure the safety and well-being of the Filipinos on board and ensure justice. The DFA urged member states of the United Nations to do their part to protect the human rights of seafarers. Reports say the Greek-owned and Liberia-flagged freighter was attacked by pro-Iranian Houthi rebels on June 12. Also on Wednesday, the group took responsibility for armed attacks that crippled a Greek-owned cargo ship near Yemen's Red Sea port of Hodeidah. The Houthis have attacked international ships passing by the Red Sea region in solidarity with the Palestinians in the war between Israel and Hamas. Last April, the Department of Migrant Workers banned the deployment of Filipino seafarers on ships that are set to traverse the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. The Presidential Communications Office, or PCO, represented the Philippines in the 15th International Conference of Information Commissioners held in Tirana, Albania from June 3 to 5. The forum highlighted the importance of empowerment through access to information. PCO Undersecretary for Operations, Administration, Finance, and GOCC's Sherbet Karen Maralit led the country's delegation to the annual conference hosted by the Commissioner for the Right to Information and Protection of Personal Data of Albania. She served as the rapporteur for a session on open data and proactive disclosure. In her message, Maralit said transparency is a never-ending process, as she expressed hope that proactive disclosure would soon become the norm to eliminate the need for institutions to handle reactive disclosures. The PCO also delivered regional updates for Asia. Meanwhile, Albania Prime Minister Edi Rama said the right to information is not simply a democratic instrument, but a prerequisite for the health and development of functional democracies. The National Bureau of Investigation and the Philippine Coast Guard have signed a Memorandum of Agreement to enhance their cooperation and coordination in handling maritime crimes and other related areas. NBI Director Medardo de Lemos and PCG Admiral Ronnie Hill Gavan led the signing of the agreement on Thursday. The NBI says the agreement signifies their commitment to strengthen efforts in the detection, investigation, and prosecution of crimes on land and at sea. It adds the two agencies are committing to enhance their efficiency in suppressing crimes anywhere in the country. The MOA includes collaborative partnerships with local sectors, organizations, and other government agencies. In other news, the National Food Authority has reached its procurement target for palay for the first 6 months of 2024. NFA Administrator Larry Lacson confirms that the agency has bought over 3.36 million sacks of palay, or an equivalent of over 168,000 metric tons. This is over 100% or beyond the target procurement of 3.3 million sacks of palay. Lacson thanked local farmers for tirelessly planting rice for all Filipinos and for sticking with the agency's buying prices, and vowed that the NFA will continuously patronize farmers in procuring palay. Under the NFA's price range scheme or pricers, the agency buys wet palay at 17 to 23 pesos per kilo and 23 to 30 pesos per kilo for clean and dry palay. The NFA targets to buy 495,000 metric tons of palay from local farmers. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website, pna.gov.ph, our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Silabisio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account, via the News and Information Bureau website, nib.gov.ph under Pna News, or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Office, or PCO. I'm Bench Bondok. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.